What you're about to see is not real news. It is satire based on real news. The characters you're about to see are not real-life humans. They are frighteningly realistic puppets based on real-life humans. The views expressed in the show are not necessarily those of Starsat, its sponsors, its advertisers, or the nice lady that makes the coffee.
Greetings, comrades, commissars, commanders-in-chief, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Oh, please give it a rest.
What? I'm just greeting the viewers.
What is this, Justice? What does this mean to you?
You want to give me a hand?
Not even close. How many fingers do you see?
Is this some kind of drunk driving test? Because I haven't been drinking or driving. You can smell my breath.
No. Thank you. 5 fingers, Justice, 5.
Jeez.
Does the number ring a bell?
Can't we just get on with the show?
What I'm saying, my chocolate-coated friend, is that we are faced with 5 more years of Jacob bloody Zuma.
Oh, that. Yes, well, there's not much we can do about it, is there?
We could form a rebel army. We could take up arms and fight.
And who would be in charge of this army?
Me, of course, General Patter. It has a certain je ne sais quoi to it, don't you think?
I wouldn't take orders from you.
Yes, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
Colonel Malala, I command you to read the news.
I'm a colonel? Cool. Hi, folks, and welcome to another edition of Puppet Nation.
Exactly.
President Jacob Zuma is our newsmaker of the week. Not only was he sworn in for a second term, but he also rejigged his cabinet.
Yes, indeed. It was time to pay back a few favors and get some fresh credit in the bank.
That's a bit cynical.
Come on. If they were all doing such a good job, he would have left them in their positions. And if they weren't doing a good job, he should have got rid of them sooner.
How about just this once we give a story a positive spin?
Well, that's certainly a new approach for me, but I'll see what I can do. Oh, sweet Jesus, 5 more years. 5!
Deborah, you promised.
Hi guys, good to see you again. I'm feeling very positive about my second term. My first term was just a practice run. Now it is the real deal. I'm gonna govern the ass out of this country. Yeehaw!
Have you been drinking?
Yes, I have been drinking from the fountain of love. My people love me, Deborah. 5 more years of love. I'm in love with love.
Let's get back to reality, should we? Critics are questioning some of your decisions. For instance, Tina Jumet-Peterson. What were you thinking when you made her Minister of Energy?
Well, Tina put a lot of energy into dodging responsibility for things that went wrong in a department. You have to admire her for that, you know?
This woman bungled the allocation of fishing licenses. Now you've put her in charge of an energy expansion program worth over 1 trillion rand.
Let me tell you something. It is easier to build a nuclear reactor than it is to deal with fishermen. I know them. They smoke drugs and they carry knives. Nuclear power doesn't kill people. Fishermen kill people.
What? Never mind. Nhlanhla Nene, Minister of Finance, who loves to fall off chairs. Are you comfortable putting a black man in charge of the Treasury?
Deborah.
Sorry, Deborah?
It was a joke. Jeez, you people need to lighten up.
You people?
I apologize, Mr. President. She can be a little politically incorrect at times.
I was joking.
So, your cabinet has its first lesbian. What's that all about?
Just this.
What? The Minister of Public Enterprises is Lynn Brown. She doesn't hide the fact that she's gay. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. Some of my best friends are lesbians. Okay. Let's skip that one. Mr. President, you have increased the number of ministers, which means a salary bill of 143 million rand.
Nonsense, Justice. None of my ministers earn that much.
I'm talking about the total salary bill, Mr. President. Why such a bloated cabinet?
We need to be fair here. They are only bloated because they have spent the last 10 days eating and drinking. They are just suffering from too much pomp and ceremony. Once we start work, we will all lose weight.
Yeah, right. Sure you will.
Good luck, Mr. President. Call me.
What the hell are you doing?
Nothing. I just thought that nothing.
You asked the president to call you. Are you looking for a new job?
No. Yes. Maybe. I don't know. The government pays well, Deborah.
God, you're such a puppet.
Former police chief Becca Kelly is the new Deputy Minister of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries.
I still can't believe it. Are you sure this isn't all a bad dream?
Afraid not. I was there when President Zuma made the announcement.
But what in God's name does a former police chief know about agriculture, forestry, or fisheries? The man's motto was shoot to kill.
Maybe he has changed it to shoot to grill.
Oh, God.
Get it? Grill. But you
Okay,
know,
fine, I got it, Justice. Thank you. It's
the
not
whales
funny.
don't
If
bite.
you don't shut up, you are going to get it too.
grill.
I'll krill you.
General Kelly, good to see you again. We were beginning to wonder what happened to you.
No, we weren't.
I'm many things, Justice, but most of all, I am the comeback kid.
From the Commissioner of Police to a Deputy Minister, are you working your way to the bottom?
Don't be cheeky. I'll have you Oh, wait. I can't do that anymore.
Why did you accept the offer? Do you even know what the job entails?
I have been a senior member of this government before, and I know what it entails. Your driver fetches you at 10 a.m. Then it's tea and coffee and snacks. A couple of phone calls, lunch, a quick nap, and back home in time for Isidingo.
How do you intend cleaning up the mess left by Tina Jumet Peterson at Fisheries?
She left a mess. I am not going to clean it. She must come back and do it herself. And quickly, before it starts to smell. There is nothing worse than rotting fish, except for rotting people.
Do you even like fish?
I like dolphins.
You eat dolphins.
Of course not. Who eats dolphins or any kind of fish? Real men eat meat. Do I look like a man who would put a fish in his mouth?
Agriculture and forestry are the other two legs of your portfolio. Any strong feelings about either of them?
My legs?
About agriculture and forestry.
I like agriculture. I grew something once. And forests are nice. Do you know you can make paper from the trees? I'm looking forward to making South Africa the #1 paper producing country in the world. Paper for the people.
So you're happy to be back in government even though it is only as a deputy minister?
It is not easy being an ex-police chief. Look at Natim Tetwa. Sure, he is a minister again, but now he's the Minister of Art and Culture. That's a job for more fish, man.
I'm starting to feel sorry for our fish. EFF leader Julius Malema will remain a member of parliament at least until the 25th of August when he is due to appear in court on tax evasion charges.
Malema reached an agreement with the South African Revenue Service to postpone his provisional sequestration.
I am indestructible. I am invincible. I am Julius Malema. Not even the mighty SARS can destroy me.
All this means, Mr. Malema, is that you have 3 months to come up with the 18 million rand and change that you owe. You think you can do it?
That's nothing. I once made 16 million rand in one morning.
This isn't one of your crooked tender deals we're talking about.
Now that I am a member of parliament, everybody wants to give me money. Even the government is giving me money. So now, why do they want it back? Yeah? This is money laundering. The government should be on trial, not me.
Do you not regret having not paid your taxes right from the start?
It wasn't my fault. I left my tax business in the hands of other people. They are to blame.
Who are these other people?
There were 5 of them. I was outnumbered. They were bigger than me. I wasn't there. I saw nothing. The dog ate my tax returns.
Okay. Let's move on. How did it feel being sworn in as an MP?
It was nothing. I have been sworn at many times. It does not worry me. Swearing is part of the revolution.
You've made a lot of enemies, people who would like to see you lose your seat in Parliament. Aren't you concerned this could happen?
I will never lose my seat, Deborah.
How can you be so sure?
This is my secret weapon.
You're going to throw a spanner into the works.
Yeah, that too. But if the worst comes to the worst, I will use this spanner to unbolt my seat and take it with me. This is one seat I will never lose.
Man, I love me some green, you know. Kicking back with my homies and a couple of baggies ain't nothing like it. But now, Colorado's gone and decriminalized it, man. How the fuck am I supposed to be gangster if any preschooler can toke up and get high? Oh yeah, I just remembered. In Colorado, they gone and made Weed Street legal. How am I supposed to be gangster now, huh? How am I supposed... Hey, speaking of being gangster, those homies in Colorado throwing shade on me, man. Yeah, they legalized sweet Mary Jane. Mary Jane. That reminds me of something. Oh yeah, you know what these motherfuckers in Colorado went and did? They went and done legalized weed, man. They stealing my thing, man. Shit. And one more thing, I ever tell you that they've legalized pot in Colorado? True story, bitches. Shit.
Warning from the general surgeon. Smoking marijuana can affect your short-term memory.
You know what I don't get?
Enough fellatio.
What? Yes, but that's not... How did you...
You men are all the same.
Well, have you ever thought that it might be your...
Fault? Nothing is a woman's fault, Justice. Nothing.
You're right, dear. As I was saying, what I don't get is how people can be so obsessed with the lives of complete morons like Kim Kardashian and Kanye West and not give a damn about Syria.
Brangelina's daughter?
That's Shiloh. I'm talking about Syria, the country.
How do you know about Shiloh?
I'm related to Brad Pitt. Can't you see the resemblance?
You're no more related to Brad Pitt than I am to Bridget Bardot.
Bridget who?
Never mind. Let's go to an ad break. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back.
Hi, mums. Do you fear that when your kids eventually become adults, they'll be sadistic, inconsiderate, violent, stupid assholes who will eventually have 6 illegitimate kids and be hooked on some kind of drug or alcohol? Well, worry no more, because you can give them an early start with Junkie cereal. It comes with all the bad things that they'll experience later in their life, but allows them to experience it right now. Junkie cereal comes in many different flavors. We have brain damage flavor.
Sometimes when people aren't looking, I take a deep breath alone.
Abusive alcohol flavor.
Get the fuck out of my house, Margaret, and take your son he's riding with you.
And one of my personal favorite flavors, cocaine freakout flavor.
But I did what you asked me. Please, I did nothing wrong.
So get your Junkie cereal now and ensure that your kids become the bums they're meant to be right now.
I want to eat my kneecaps.
I wouldn't sleep with Kim Kardashian. She's got a butt the size of Parliament.
I thought you people liked women with big butts. Funnily enough, most of them actually are in Parliament.
You people?
You men people.
Oh, generalizing much?
God, just read the damn news.
DA leader Helen Zille has decided to continue in her role as Western Cape Premier rather than lead the party in Parliament.
Zille says this was the least worst decision she could make. Really, Miss Zille? The least worst decision? What does that even mean? Look,
I am confident that the parliamentary caucus will elect a great team and that we will all work together very well.
You didn't even come close to answering my question.
Next question. The gentleman on the left. Yes, you.
Me?
Yes, you had your hand up.
No, I didn't.
Just ask me a question, all right? I'm a very busy woman.
A premier is more powerful and gets more money, a nicer car and a bigger house than a parliamentary leader. Did this in any way influence your decision to remain premier?
That's a very, very interesting question. Next. Yes, you, on the right. The lady wearing the... whatever the hell that is.
It's called a dress. Let's see. What are your immediate priorities as you go into your second term?
That would be Botox.
Botox? Really?
Look at me, I'm a mess. This election has aged me 50 years. I need to get my youthful good looks back.
The time travel hasn't been invented yet. Speaking of pretty faces, let's look at the composition of your new Western Cape cabinet, shall we? 8 men, 2 women. Have you got something against women?
Oh, don't be ridiculous, Deborah. I am a woman. Or at least I was when I last checked.
So why not more of a gender balance?
These men have served me well. They are loyal. They know their place. They don't make eye contact when they talk to me. They don't answer back. Yes, they are men.
You mean they're yes men?
Yes, men. Oh, don't try to confuse me, Deborah. It is because of people like you that I don't hire more women.
Because I'm a journalist?
Because you ask too many questions.
Is that why you got rid of Lindiwe Mazibuko? She asked too many questions?
Lindiwe who?
How quickly they forget.
And finally, murder-accused Oscar Pistorius has ended his first week of psychiatric observation at Weskoppies in Pretoria.
Talk about a defense strategy backfiring.
What do you mean?
Well, his lawyers were throwing everything they could at the judge to get him a lighter sentence. They obviously didn't expect the state to insist that Pistorius goes to the nut house to be examined.
I'm not sure nut house is the correct term in this case.
Okay, then the funny farm. The loony bin?
It's a hospital, Deborah.
A psychiatric hospital for nutters, whack jobs, screwballs, fruitcakes.
I'm not a fruitcake.
Really, what kind of cake are you then?
I am not a cake.
Maybe you should stop provoking him.
Relax, Oscar, you're not a cake.
Thank you.
You're a muffin.
Stop teasing me. I'm very sensitive. What did you want to ask?
How are you enjoying your stay at Weskoppies?
Oh, well, I'm having a fabulous time. You know, the room service is great. There are pool parties every day and they've got a great casino. It's a fucking loony bin. How do you think I'm enjoying it?
Down, boy. We're just trying to find out how you spend your days.
I watch people watching me and it makes me nervous. You know, I was fine before I came here and now I'm really suffering from generalized anxiety disorder. I'll probably be a complete schizophrenic after a month. You have to help me. You have to get me out of here. I don't belong here. I know the difference between right and left.
Actually, they're trying to see if you know the difference between right and wrong.
Oscar, time's up. Come and be watched.
Bye, muffin.
I'm not a muffin.
Remember that old Frank Zappa song? You know, Muffin Man? Girl, you thought he was a man, but he was a muffin. He hung around until he found that he didn't have nothing. What are you doing?
Just observing, Justice. Just observing. With Jacob Zuma steering this ship for another 5 years, we're in for a hard time. We will have to shout to be heard. Hard shout. Remember those words, people. Remember them well. For tonight's edition of Hard Shout, I'm going to try conjure up the ghosts of presidents past. In the name of all that is unholy, I reach out to the presidents past.
Did you call me, Deborah?
Madiba? Good heavens. No, I'm trying to channel one of the schmucks who came before you. But while you're here, what do you think of Zuma's new cabinet?
Jacob Zuma? Is he not in jail by now?
Hey, Nelson, so you have also crossed over to the other side?
To the DA. Never.
Ach, no man, I meant cross the Rubicon. From life to, you know.
Yes, it happens to the best of us. Why haven't I seen you around?
Well, maybe because I'm downstairs. You must be up there, eh? They always did call you a bloody saint. I thought God was on our side. Bliksem. Can't trust anyone these days.
I must go, Deborah. Teaching the angels to do the Matiba jive, you know. Tot sense behavior.
Cheers, Madiba. So, PW. I might have known you'd be the one to pitch up. I was actually hoping for Favut.
Ach, Hendrik couldn't make it. His tapeworm's playing up.
So you thought you'd come yourself?
I was always available for the media. If you people wanted a comment, I gave you a comment. If you wanted tear gas, I gave you tear gas. If you wanted a state of emergency, I gave you a...
That's enough. Where you are now, are you able to keep abreast of what's happening politically in South Africa?
Of course. Why do you think they call it hell?
I'll tell the jokes around here, thank you. So you obviously know about President Zuma's new cabinet. You'll be glad to know that one of your boys, Martinus van Schalkwyk, is no longer with the government.
Die fucking Kortbroek! He's nothing but a traitor! He killed the National Party! He joined the ANC! Hy is een van die volk nie! I will see him in hell!
Don't be such a drama queen. You killed the National Party by refusing to release Nelson Mandela and allowing black people the vote. You could have been a hero, like F.W. de Klerk.
Die fucking F.W. He's nothing but a traitor. I will see him also in hell.
He got the Nobel Prize. What did you get, you old goat?
I got a tea set from Margaret Thatcher. Now there's a good woman, even if she was English.
She was an aggressive, militaristic bully just like you.
Listen, lady, those people make the best leaders. South Africa has never been the same since I was in charge.
Are you seriously suggesting things were better when you were president?
Ja, natuurlijk. It's blurry obvious. Back in my day, there was nothing in the papers about corruption. Now look.
You wouldn't allow the papers to print anything, you moron.
And everybody was happy.
Yes, everybody apart from 40 million black people.
Listen. My maid and my garden boy was very happy. I can't speak for the other blacks.
I've had enough. Go to hell.
Okay, bye then. Kortbroek, ek wag vir jou.
Late night?
Not really. I haven't been sleeping well. There's this nightmare I keep having about the police and spies and all sorts of things.
We all have nightmares about the police.
I dreamt that Siyabonga Cele,
Who?
Intelligence Minister, his wife was up to her eyeballs smuggling cocaine, remember?
Oh, yeah. What about him?
I dreamt that he was now in charge of a new ministry overseeing the country's communications networks.
No. That wasn't a nightmare. It actually happened. Thanks to Zuma, we now have a spook in charge of the phones and the post office.
Oh, God. Do you think he's monitoring us right now?
No doubt about it. Be careful what you say.
He's a good man, that Siyabonga Cele.
Ask so.
Having sleepless nights about that murder charge? Afraid of being extradited to South Africa to stand trial? You don't have to feel this way. FSU will destroy the evidence your case is hinging on. FSU will disregard crucial clues. We'll handle evidence with our bare hands.
Look, Mom, no gloves.
So that you can sit back, relax, and enjoy your trial the way you should. Was it an accident? Was it premeditated? We don't know, and it doesn't matter. Because we'll fuck shit up so badly, no one will ever be able to tell what really happened. Proudly South African.
So, what do you think about Hillary Clinton's chances if she runs for president?
Doesn't she have brain damage?
Where did you hear that?
Karl Rove said so.
Karl Rove is a disgusting Republican Party weasel hack. You can't believe anything he says.
But there must be something wrong with her, right? I mean, what woman in her right mind would want to spend 5 years in the nest of vipers?
Oh, so the title Most Powerful Woman in the World does nothing for you?
Say it again. Say it again.
The most powerful woman in the world.
Oh, God. Yes, yes, yes. Again, slower, slower.
The most I'm not doing this.
Fine. But you know what a frustrated woman is capable of doing, right? You know.
I'll take my chances. Let's get some real news from the other side of the pond.
In yet another mass shooting, a gunman went on a rampage in a Southern California college town, killing and wounding 20 people. President Obama, how concerned should Americans be about gun violence?
There's no need for alarm, Scott. Americans are very safe.
With so much gun violence, how can you say that we're safe?
Because clearly everybody in America already has a gun. And I would like to assure those gun owners that I will not try to take their guns. Do you hear that, NRA? No need to shoot at the black guy.
So you're not afraid of the effect lax gun laws are having on our country?
Not at all. In fact,
oh, shucks.
What was that?
Shots fired! Code red! Take the POTUS to the bunker! Scramble the drones! Good, it's not broken. Mr. President? The weather's heating up, and during the summer, more teenagers are killed and distracted by driving than any other time of the year. Here with a lesson on the importance of keeping your eyes on the road is Justin Bieber.
What up, Scott? Yeah, like it's totally crucial to always pay attention to... one sec, dude. Must be Selena again.
Here endeth the lesson. And now it's time once again to count down the things that Americans have forgotten about. Number 4, the civil war in Syria.
Thanks for not caring that I killed thousands of my people.
Number 3, Russia's annexation from Crimea.
I slowly take over Europe. No biggie.
Number 2, Mitt Romney. Forget is a strong word, Scott. The number one thing Americans have forgotten about, the rest of the world.
Well, that's all we have time for.
Yeah, like we could keep going for another couple of hours.
It's just something we have to say,
Yeah,
Deborah.
we're out of time, but that's not the whole truth. We're also out of material.
We don't have to tell people that.
No more half-truths, Justice. We are the media. We have to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. We have to set the example. The politicians aren't going to do it.
Oh, really? Is your suntan real?
My what? Yes, of course it's real.
That's not even a half-truth. That's like a one-quarter truth.
And that's where we're going to leave it.
Join us again next week for another episode of Puppet Nation.
Why did you have to bring up the tan?
I didn't mean to. It slipped out. Hey!
Oops, sorry. My hand just slipped.
I really hope I get that call from the president. Ooh.